Hello, good afternoon everybody. It's Michelle Pepper here from Stamp with Michelle, and you are watching me live, or maybe you're watching replay. Welcome anyway. And yeah, so today it is Wednesday the 18th of March 2026, and I am here to show you a couple of projects. I come on most Wednesdays. Hello, hello. I think I can see somebody here, but I can't see who it is. Anyway, welcome. Yeah, so today we are going to be playing with the Cutest Crew stamp set. Hey, Ruby. Yeah, so Cutest Crew. It's got the stamps and it has the bundle. The dies. So you can buy them as a bundle or you can buy them separately. Okay, so we are going to. I'm going to flip you around and hopefully get you, oops, yay, I think that's cool. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a glare here. We are going to be playing with this. So just so you know, this is how I keep my things. I keep them together. They come separately, but when you buy them as a bundle, it still comes separately in 2 pouches, but I find it easier just to put them together. I'm experimenting with how, this is our new design. Instead of the DVD case, all the stamp sets are now coming in these little pouches. And so I think a few videos ago I showed that I take, when I get the new stamp, I take it off. I take one of the plastic sheet off and then I stamp it straight onto either a piece of cardstock or an envelope, so that, and the envelope, the benefit of the envelope is that then all the die cuts that I have, I can just shove it into the envelope as well. This time I'm showing you another way where I have taken the Sharpie pen and on the back of one of the sheet, just trace around the stamps, and then so I can see what is missing straight off, and I don't have to bring out this whole label sheet out because it's a pain. So anyway, I just wanted to be able to do that. Alright, cool. Not sure why the packaging is so big. Some of the stamps get lost in it, I know, because they're standardizing it so it's all one size. And also to be able to fit the dies in as well, I guess. That's what I reckon. So I have been able to, so far, it's a bit hard to see, but I have these little tins that are, sometime in the past, Stampin' Up has them, with kits probably. Anyway, I've got 3 of them, so I have been able to kind of store my dies, my packages in there like that. So I've got 3 of these. So I have categorized them tentatively. It seems to be working fine. All the florals are in this one because it's got floral tin. And then I have my gold stripy tin. And that one has all the miscellaneous, they're not florals, not florals and faunas, although they may have a little bit, but they've got fruit. What am I talking about? Animals, toadstools. Yeah. So anyway, the cute as a bug one that comes in here. So there's that. It's hard to show you on the screen, but and then I have one in the green. I should probably put labels on it. And it's all the sayings. Yeah, so these ones have no, there's just and this one here. Right, so anyway, that was a diversion. Alright, back to what we are playing with today. So I've got 2 card design. So this is the first one. Let me show you. And it does look very simple. Actually, but it has a lot of dies, die cuts in there. So that's the first one. And then I'll quickly show you the second one as well, the second card. And I am playing with Gorgeous Grape. So yeah, so these are two cute little cards that I thought I'll show you, be able to demonstrate some techniques and tips. Okay, so let's start with this first one. I'll put that one to the side for now. In the kit that you'll get when you place an order. Lots and lots of pieces. Okay, so right, just making sure that everything is out. Yeah. Okay, the envelope, keep that envelope because you might want to stamp on that too. So what have we got here? We've got lots of die cuts that I've cut down. So we've got a crumb cake base. All right, so and then a basic white for the inside. Now I have added another piece of this because what I've done is got that little row of paws as well on the inside. So I've given that to you so you could do the same, but I've left this the right size. So if you need it, if you're going to use it, then you'll need to trim this by whatever that is. It's like, I think it's 1 point, let me see, it's about 1.3. Yes, it's 1.3 centimeters height. Yeah, so that will go on there. So you can either just stick it on like this so that it's white on white, or you can cut that off so that it is showing as crumb cake paw prints. Okay, so that's the idea for the inside. Okay, and obviously, you know, you can stamp on the inside as well if you want to. Now I've got this. I'm using, I know, for a change, we're not using the white as the main. We're using the white as a border, as a matte piece. So that's slightly bigger than the crumb cake piece. So this is a very basic design in card making. But it's one that's classic, you know, so it's classic for a reason. It works all the time. So if you're, yeah, so sometimes what I do is that when you get a stamp set as well, and you just have no idea where to begin, so then I'll just stamp everything, or I might just start with something really basic, something like a go-to, so just to get you going, and then ideas will start flowing once you start. So yeah, it's like that whole saying, you know, like you start the wheel going, it's harder to start it, but once it's going, it's easy. Anyway, so yeah, so we're going to do that. And so the technique here I wanted to show was to use your die cuts as a way of embossing, like as a faux embossing. So instead of, well, because we don't actually have a folder with all the paws, so yeah, you can do it like that. I mean, sometimes people use the positive side, but this will be a nightmare to do this one, the positive, so you can have all the little paws and stick them out, but we're just going with the negative, so I'm just going to do it that way. And so yeah, so I have done it this way. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cut that off. So I'm just using, yeah, I'm just eyeballing. Okay, and just so I want it even. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can get a bit messy, this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we need 2. So you've got, I've given you a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be enough. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what you're doing with the kit. Yep. I mean, it's a cute design. I mean, you could actually, yeah, you could use this as a stencil. You know, have that, and then you could just blend the thing on, the color on, so then you'll get the little paw print. So yeah, that's another way of doing it. Shall I show you that? I could do that too. We got time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Snip down the middle. Ooh. I'm not sure if Suzanne's coming today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or Lindley. Lindley's just had a knee surgery. So, we'll see. See if anyone else will turn up. Oh, have I got glue on here? Oh well. Okay, so did you want to do that? Oh, I don't want to do it on this, so maybe, do I have a spare one? Yeah. Could possibly use the die as well. I did have some. Where did it go? Yeah. No, I'm just going to use the back side. So we can do that if you want to. Can do that. Let's play around with it. Why not? Just going to protect this. Move this out the way. Okay. Where is my little? Okay, this little brush thing. See how we've got these little intricate die. So it's got all these little bits and pieces. So you can actually use the brush to kind of. Bit loud, sorry. Okay. And then it's a bit messy, but you know, it's what us crafters do. We made a lot of mess. Okay. You can do that, like, so, you know, like if it's a bigger piece, yeah, that brush will be very handy. When it's a smaller piece like this, you can just use take your pick tool like this and just poke out the bits. Okay. Let's grab all of that. Yay! Alright, so we've got that. So let's just do that and see what that looks like. I'm going to do the back because I want to keep the front tidy in case I wanted to use. What color shall we use? This is just to give you an example, so maybe I can just use whatever color is handy right now. Okay, this is a funny color to go on. Oh yeah, now see, it's a bit hard, because that part there. Then that means I need another piece of paper. Whew. I know, where does it end? Just so I can cover it all up. But you can see why I didn't do it this way. But yeah, you could do that, I suppose. You could do that if you wanted to. See, I didn't cover down there, see? But yeah, so you can do that kind of look if you wanted to. But it's got to make sure that you cover that as well. And then you just keep going up. But yeah, that's one way of doing it. But we're not doing it that way. We're going back with my original plan, which was just to do that. And so now I have better use the other side. Okay. So again, I didn't what do you call it? Pre-clean it. Oh dear. Sorry, I have wet things here. Oh my goodness. My wet pad is in the way. I hit these cardstock on the wet thing. Okay, just let me quickly do that. It's probably easier to use that brush when it was a bigger piece. That's all clear. It wouldn't matter if you leave some on, I guess. Right, so nice. What was the stencil color? Had a brain blip. You mean what I used? I don't know, it was just a brush that already had some color on it, and it will be in the pinky magenta-ish range. Or the stencil, this one, crumb cake. Okay, right. Okay, so what we're doing now is we are going to put these. So let's start with top and bottom, shall we? Top and bottom, just so that it's even. We can adjust it. So little sliver, corners, get the corners. Okay. Right, so first one, doesn't really matter which way you want to put it. kind of, okay. So tone on tone, yes, I've done tone on tone. Obviously you can experiment with different colors. Oi! So intricate, eh? Okay. Okay, yes, that looked pink. Yeah, it's one of those. And then now I am doing the opposite. Oh dear, I forgot. I'm eyeballing everything. So, I mean, I suppose I'm right on my grid paper here, so I could have used grid paper to kind of help me a little bit. So if you're OCD, sorry to use that term, I say very empathetically, then yeah, measure if you want to, but you know, I'm not going to bother with measuring in, so I'm going to do the opposite, and then the opposite, and the opposite. So I think I can leave about such gaps. Okay, can go. It'll work out. And if it's slightly uneven, I don't think people would care. You might, as the creator, you might care, but others might not. Well, there's another way to do it, is to just intentionally make it wonky donkey, and then it won't bother you, hopefully, and it won't bother other people, because they would think, oh, she intended to do it that way. I say she, could have been a he, right? Because card making is not exclusive to women. Anyone can be making these. Okay, so now, yeah, totally not even. Oh well, let's see. Because it's so light, I can lift it up a little bit, and I can make this come down a little bit. The glue part is so light, honestly. Can make it come down a little bit. Okay, good. Now I'm happy. Oh, too much. It's okay. I love our Tombow glue, liquid glue. It's so so good. You don't need a lot of it. The other way. Yep. So now the middle is a little bit closer than it needs to be. That's okay. I can live with that. Okay. Dries up clear. The right GSB would look good under the negative cutout pores. Oh yes, I think so. Can you think of any? Have you got any that you are going to try with? Sometimes it's a bit busy though, so you got to have a nice, like not a busy DSP, I reckon. Okay, good. So now you kind of got that texture, okay? But you haven't embossed, but it kind of is a faux embossing, creating that texture. Okay, and then that simply goes onto that. So that's the easy bit. So let's just do that. Let's not muck around with it. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. And then we'll go on here. So it's just an 8-inch. I know I use an 8 because this is quite a standard 3x4 size. The crumb cake is in 3x4, so that's I guess it's half a 4x6. So yeah, so then just the border, just have an 1/8 inch around. Okay, and then that will now go on there like so. So kept it quite simple everywhere else. Okay, so we're just centering on that. And then we have a circle die cut from my favorite stylish shapes dies. I had a peek at the new catalog coming out in May. So May, June, July, August. Yeah, May to August. This is still in it, so yay, it's not retiring. I am so happy. I get to use it more. So yeah, that's just going to go there. So the colors we're going here is Granny Apple Green. But again, you know, I'm just going to be using, yeah, no, actually, I'll do that. It's got a bit of that Granny Apple Green, just a little color, just for the background. Just kind of dot that off, and then so kind of light greeny color. Just love the name of it, Granny Apple Green. Except when you use the acronyms, GAG, gag, that doesn't sound that appealing. Okay, so we've got that. So we've got that. That's cool. So that just gives a little bit of color instead of just white. And then we have don't need that. I've got a whole bunch of things that I've cut out. So what I've done is we're going to use the same, unless you want me to do a cat version. I could do a cat version, but then what color shall I color the cat? Crumb cake. 2 different colors. That one's the same. I have used, in the sample, I have colored the, oh, actually, it's a dog and a cat. That's right, because so glad we're friends. Yeah, so I'm trying to say that we're chalk and cheese, yet we can still be friends, right? And or sometimes it's just that we're so similar, right? So yeah, so that, okay, so we'll just go with the same one, eh? Because that's what I've got. That's what I've got here. So I'll leave the cat. Well, we could do the cat too, because then it's just saying that we just, oh well, okay. Let's go inclusive. Oh, anything that goes with crumb cake. I like ginger. So ginger. What color would that be? Pumpkin pie? Crushed curry? Crushed curry? Crushed curry. Pumpkin pie will make it look more like a tiger. Don't you think? Crushed curry? Should we try crushed curry? Oh, crushed curry. We don't have crushed curry in the blends. We had crushed curry in the markers, which is expired. I mean, retired, not expired. And I don't like colouring with crushed curry as much. Okay. Ugly duckling? I mean, not ugly duckling. Darling duckling. Oh my goodness. What's that one? Light pumpkin pie. Oh, that will do, won't it? Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, Ruby, do I go stripy or do I go patchy? While you're doing that, I am going to colour while you're telling me, and I'm looking out for a suggestion. I will do the other one in the doggy and the brown. I mean, oh my goodness, in the grey, which is smoky slate. So I'm giving them to you in white, so you can colour it whatever you want. I mean, I could just, you know, cut this out in smoky slate, but when you cut them out in white, then you have choices. You can choose what colour you want to use your blender pen. Yeah, I'm going to use the blender pen, Stampin' Blends. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, but I've got the pumpkin pie. My favorite early childhood story, the ugly duckling. Oh yeah. Okay, stripe. Okay, Okay, sorry, I don't know much about CAD, okay? So I'm just going to try and do it. Ooh. What do we do with the tail? Start with the tail? I feel like I'm going to make a hash of this. Oh, that's a bit frayed. Oh, this one's a bit frayed. That's okay, we'll just do it like that. How about that? Is that cool? Shall I leave maybe a little bit of the ears? Okay, I don't want to do too much because I don't want to stuff it up. There you go. There's my little kitty cat. That will do. Okay, I've got those two. Aha, that's cute. Hopefully that still go with my will that still go? I think so. Oh well, just gonna do it. Just gonna go with it. Tiny painting, very cool. Okay, that's right. So I've given you more die cuts. So there'll be that little flower die cut, and then we have our little butterflies in gold. So these little what look like heart shape is actually out of the paw. So they can be little golden hearts, but we won't use it because it'd be too much, I think. Okay, but I'll do that. So I've got two, and then we've got a teeny weeny butterfly. Where are you? In gold. I want the ones in gold. So yeah, this is a little bit intricate. Yeah, we got that. Okay, I'm going to keep the others, put them back in the bag. So I'll try and cut you guys, and if you do get the kit, I'll try and give you a bit of choices, and give you some of the golden heart as well. So tiny, but they're very cute. Okay, I'll just put these away. Okay, we're good to go. And then these, so I need these. So I kind of want, what do I want to do? Do I want to stick these up? Yeah, I do. I'm going to stick those up, so let me grab tiny ones. There's one of that. And a little cat, a little kitty cat. Okay. It's stretching. And then little puppy. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I have my words. Okay. So I'm just gonna go with that. Go with the flow. Let's see. So instead of giving you embellishment for this one, the gold butterfly is kind of like the embellishment. Right about here. And then this teeny weeny. So I'm gonna put that on here. Come on. Right here. I need to use my tweezer. I have it somewhere. Okay, and then I'll do this part, which is embossing it. What other words does it have? Happy birthday, so glad we're friends, have the best day. So we're going to be using those. Have the best day and happy birthday. Just a little hello. So I haven't got one using that. That's okay. You don't always have to do that. You get the gifs. So glad we're friends. Where are you? Did I put it away? So glad we're friends. Here we go. So take this off. And use my tiny one. So if I just pop that down. Okay. Oh, I didn't get my... So you want to get your white powder on it as soon as you can, before the watermark ink dries out. Okay. So it's nice and simple. Got that one done. Okay, use my heat tool. Oh. Sweet. So glad we're friends. Then I'm going to just cut this right about here. I'm just eyeballing again today. Yep, instead of getting my trimmer out. And then we want our flower bits. So just trying to see whether I would have this. Yeah. Wondering if I should have done is that too much flour? Actually, you know what? I might do that. Change my plan. Get a bigger piece. So then I will just change my plan. Do it again. Okay. Do this part again. I'm just oh yes, those little things will be great for shaker cards. Yep. And I'm keeping you on a bit longer, right? Experimenting with all those different ideas. So glad we're friends. Okay, doing it again because I suddenly thought I really quite like having the pink flowers. Okay, so let's do this. Right, just making sure. Okay, I'll do it again. Sorry, gonna be loud again. Yeah. Cool. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, this time I'm actually going to use my trimmer. Oh, let's put this away. Let's get this out of the way. And bring in my trimmer. Okay. And I'm going to give it a bit of a thing. Okay, just going to go with that. And then going to go with that. Something like that, I think. Okay, let me glue this down. So this is a bit tricky here, but I'm just trying something different. And when you get it, when the inspirations strike, you might be doing something different again, you know? So go with the flow. I'm just going to use that like that. Okay. try and use this. I'm going to fussy cut it now. Fussy cut it around this. So we're turning, just playing and going with the ideas that strikes. The white embossing looks great on the purple card. Oh, yes, I think I know what you mean. Yes, the petunia, purple, pink, jury's out. Yes, it looks really cool. I love white embossing. That's what I do most. White embossing, gold embossing. Those are my favorite things to emboss. Color to emboss, I mean. Okay, there we go. So now I've got that look. What do you think? So I've made it kind of like come out. It's cool. Yay! Okay. Did I not glue this down? Silly. Silly. Could have done that ages ago. Okay, just because I can play. And put that down there. Kind of center-ish. Okay, and then that goes on here like that. Yep, so I don't want this directly on here. Like I wanted it to intersect between the two lines. I think it looks better that way. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. We shall use the border, cut them, cut, snip, snip, snip. Thinking of getting Petunia Pop. Yes, Petunia Pop is still available. So if you like that, you might want to get that. So I think, oh, sorry. I think what we want to do is glue this down. Maybe not so high up, sorry. Let's get it down a bit. Yeah. And then now I can put that, sorry, I haven't done the inside. And where do we say? Around here. Yep, just kind of, I want it to be offsetting. Yep. Okay, then I can put glue, adhesive on here. Other way. There. And there. 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 Okay, should be good. Plenty. One. Oh, goodness. Sometimes that's the most time-consuming bit. Just taking the backing off. Right. 3 of the new colors. Glowing Gold, Peaceful Pine. Oh, yep. Peaceful Pine. I think that's going to be a firm favorite for many. Even the name is cool, right? Glowing gold. Yep. I know I'll end up liking all the colors. That's what happens. The more you work with it, the more you like something, you know. Okay. So glad we're friends. There you go. And then I've got one more big butterfly. Now where shall my big butterfly go? Now I feel like my butterfly is... Do I want it there? Seems a little bit too much. Might not need it. I might just leave it. Might not need that one. Okay, so shall we do that? Trim off 1.3 off. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's all flushed at the top. Should be right. And then I will put this one on first. Okay. So put all this down. So there's a continuity from the front to the inside of the card. So many cool ideas, right, with this Cutest crew, and thought I'll just come up with something maybe that hasn't been shared, just to give you more ideas. Okay, and then that goes on there like so. Cool. Now I find the white, the glue sometimes shows. Wait, where's the front? Oh well, there's it. So I'm just going to do a very thin dotted lines. Okay, sweet. So now that goes on here. Cool. So that's the inside of the card. So we've got that. Yay. Cool bananas. What do you guys think? Let's get that. Let's get it out of the way. Get that out of the way for now. So now you can see them in a nice clear background. Cool. So that's with the white. That's the original plan. And then I've decided to. So I will be giving you a bigger piece so you can decide what you want to do. But yeah. The golden looks like delightful Dijon, a favourite of mine. And looks like hybrid of evening. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Hey, you seem to know a lot of our colours. Good on you. All right. Okay, so that's card number 1. We're cool with that. I was like, so glad we're friends. They're so cute. I think I did all right. Kitty cat. Okay, card number 2. Card number 2. Let me see. So card number 2, I decided to give Gorgeous Grape some love. It's a colour that I think not many people use, including me. And I don't know if you are aware, if you guys know that we have access to, I think you guys have access to, I can give you access to this. But basically templates, color ideas. So what I've done, so it comes in the sheet like, you know, with that panel. And what I've done is I've got the paper, I got the cardstock, I cut them out into whatever size this is. I think this is a 3x4. As I said, 3x4 is very general. And then I've just glued it on and put it onto a ring, what do you call it? A ring thing, a ring binder. So yeah, so then I can flip over. And then I can go through, so it's alphabetically sorted. So I went to G, Gorgeous Grape, and see what color combination they've suggested there. Now, that's the other thing I wanted to show you, is look at this color. It's so faded, because originally it's that color. So, but fortunately, it's just the outside that has faded. It's that color, but not that color. So, where I I have my ink pads, even though I try and cover it up, but I think sometimes I forget, and so maybe the sun does come through, and discolored it. Oh well. So it was a bit hard to look for it. I was like, where's my gorgeous grape? Because I was looking for that color, and I just couldn't find it, and I thought, has it retired? And I didn't know. Oh well. But anyway, so so I have gone with kind of gorgeous grape, flirty flamingo, and granny apple green. Kind of went with those three colors. It's funny because I was like wondering. Okay, so we're just going for creative license. Okay, so this is like flirty flamingo bird and green beak, and it kind of looks like flamingos. Short and stout flamingos. Like, is petunia pop more of a pink than a purple? I think it is more of a purple. So I did Google that at some point. Pink is kind of like, if you think of pink, it's more like more whites and the red. So it kind of going pink. Whereas when you have some blues in it as well, then that's purple. So petunia pop definitely would have some blue in it. So it's more of a purple. But I don't know, you can make it whatever. Purple, pink. Maybe we just call it purple pink. Okay, so we've got that. So this one is gorgeous grape in the color. So I thought I'll give it some love. Not that part. That was something else I was going to do. Okay, so that was, so really basic design. I mean, supplies for this. So look, all you're getting, I mean, all you need is colored cardstock, and then 2 pieces of basic white, one for the inside, one for the outside, and then we have white. Now, I've given you the white because, again, so I guess you could do this, you can do whatever color you want this. So I have blended the colors in. This was blended with blended brush and the gorgeous grape ink. So to get that color, right? So, but if you didn't like gorgeous grape and you got this kit, I guess then you can just color it whatever color you want. So that's that option. The only thing is I have given you gorgeous grape basic card base. So you might just have to do it on the white card base, or you can blend a white card base in whatever color that you're going to make it. So yeah, so you have choices. That's kind of like where I was going with that. But actually in this second one, because I've already got a sample here, so you know what it looks like. This one I wanted to show you with the actual cardstock. Like, so it will be that kind, that look. So the actual cardstock, but tone on tone. So we've gone with gorgeous grape ink on the gorgeous grape color. Do you know the top color group and inks for SU from the most sold? Stats. I think they probably do share them. I have a feeling that neutrals might be the top color sold, but I could be wrong. Or yeah. So what I wanted to show you is how I did that, right? So so we'll demo with this, but then I'll end up using this. Okay, I'll put that one there. Demo with this. So always, in case there are new people watching, and I wanted you guys to know how to do these things. So we've got our basic white, and we're going to transform this. I'm going to move that out of the way so that I don't get it purple when I don't want it to. Gorgeous grape. So I've colored, just swiping, yeah, some colors, and I don't want to go straight on here because then I might get a blotchy thing like this. So then I'll just, once I've kind of taken off the initial color, and then I will come on in, zone in, and then as I put more pressure, so it gets darker. And if I wanted to do an ombre style, then I would just go darker one end, right? So we're just going to go like this, and then you just have to be patient, and you just keep adding more color until you get the desired shade of purple, shade of color that you want. So just keep going until you get the color that you want. So, and the more pressure you put on, the more color it is, right? So, okay, so don't worry about that. All right, so clearly this is not that juicy, because sometimes when it's very juicy, it, yeah. So, but anyway, so if you wanted a lighter color, right, I suppose if you find that the cardstock is a little bit too strong, then that's one way you can do this. So color, 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 color. So you can keep going, keep adding layers as much as you like, as dark as you like. But somehow when it's blended with the brush, it looks kind of softer, not as harsh. Yeah, I can see my fingerprint mark. Okay, but I'm just gonna, you get the idea, eh? So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Okay, let's go for dark. Let's go for darker on the ends. So yeah, it gets really fun. When I love doing this, I love blending, especially when you blend with different colors. We're going with the same color for this time, just so, because we're going for gorgeous gray. The glass mat, when using those blender brush, so they just pick the color back off the mat instead. You mean on this? Yep, yeah, definitely. You can definitely do things like that. But oh, that's a great idea actually. So what you're saying is instead of putting it on there, okay, let's try it. So color like this, and then pick it up there. Whoops, that can happen. And so what you're saying is that just pick it up back from there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm being a bit rough here, and just pick it up here so you're not wasting the color. Yes, that's a very, very great tip. I love this. I love getting tips from my watchers. So please do keep this coming. That's great. Now I just have to make sure I clean that. Which I can with my handy dandy chamois. But chamois is a little bit wet. So then I have another cloth. Alright, yeah. It's just like being in a kitchen. You have dishcloth. Alright, so we've got that. So what a great idea. Awesome. I love it. Love learning something new. Always helpful having tips. Okay, so then, now, what I've done with this, like, so it looks random, but I did have a method to this. I am looking for my pad. What did I do with it? Right. What have I done? I put it back. Oh my word. Okay. Yes, instead of on grit paper, they use it. Yep. That's cool. That's an awesome idea. Okay, so now there's a bit of a lag, eh? Ruby. Okay, so I am going to show you that it's not as random as it looks. Okay, so I started off with kind of around about the middle with my happy birthday. And then because this was going to be a bird card, so I have like the little bird print. So kind of go like this. And then go the other way. That way. Alright. And then I just slowly kind of build it up. Happy birthday. There. Go up higher. And it's okay. I'm okay with that blank space. And then do we want something like that? And running the risk of, actually, I might just go all the way that way. There, happy birthday. Just a teeny weeny. And teeny weeny. Go there. I actually don't like that, but you get the idea. Okay, so it just keeps going. Happy birthday. So I'm just being very patiently building it up, going that way. Happy birthday. It's getting lighter and lighter. Swap that around. Alright, so that way. There we go, that way. Happy. Okay. Right, I have. I'm going to do that. So basically, something like that. Okay, it's kind of gone. So that's how, like, I made my own DSP going that way. So yeah, so that was how I have built it up, and that's what I've done here. Okay, so I'm going to use that darker one just so that I can show you the difference, the contrast, and then you can decide which way you want it to do. Oh, in fact, this one, okay. Let me just backtrack a little bit. I'm going to use my stamp positioner. So I have already mounted that. So what I've done is I'm going to put my cardstock. There's two, I don't know if you can see it. There's like, so you can see a groove here, a diagonal groove and a diagonal groove. Okay, and then there's all these little, I don't know what you call them, nodes, yeah, like, so they kind of stick out. So I'm going to put it directly on it. Okay, I'm just going to keep it there. Use the magnets to hold it in place, and then, so then I have put, you know, like you can put your stamps there and decide how it's going to look. So I was happy with that, and then so the step that I didn't show you is that you put your stamp there and there. I've got two stamps there, and then I use the stamp position, the glass mat, and then just kind of press it down and pick it up so that it's now stuck onto the glass. So then, so this will be great if I am doing like a swap card. If I'm going to make multiples of this, then it's great. I can just slot them in, and then I'll just keep, you know, and I know that they would be in place, in the right place. So let's see. I need to, where's my black? There we go. It's my black. Move that out of the way. Move that out of the way for now. So I'm just going to ink this up. Got a bit on there, but that should be fine. But just in case, just wipe that off. Okay, just wiping that off just in case. All right, so then pull that one down. I got those two there, and I'm just going to go down like that. Ta-da! How gorgeous is that? And if it didn't stamp well, then I can put it back on and stick it on there. So then I've got that. Now I just need to color that. Right, so that's right. What I was going to say was like I could have, if I wanted to save paper, I could have then just cut this bit off and then do that right on the card. Okay, and then just have that raised up maybe. So we could do that. So that gives a different look again. But let's not get carried away. I'm just going to color in these now. And the reason I would use, put that one for now, let's hide that. I would use a, I wouldn't do this straight onto a basic white card base because it will bleed through. Okay, so quickly, it's going to do the same colors because I'm going with the color that was suggested. Yeah, and I'm just doing a very basic coloring. So I've done it in the dark, and then I use the bullet end. This is what we call the bullet end as opposed to the brush, and I really color it in, like over it, just to be able to blend it in so that it's not like a big contrast. So let me just show you. No, not yet, I'm still on. So if you were just lightly going like this, then it's kind of like quite a big contrast. Whereas if you color it, really blend it, yeah, color over it, and then it will just kind of blend it. And see, maybe that one is clearer. I'm still here, still on, guys, so don't make noise. Okay, so you can see that, and if I'm gonna color it, real blending in, then it's got that light and dark, but it's not a start line. So, okay, then I've got that. So I'm going for the green beak again, just because I can. You might want to do something different. Oh, that's right, I forgot that I did do a little bit of blending here, just very lightly, some green. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So what do you guys think? Should we do that? Shall I do that whole process again, but with this? Or I'll just stick to the plan. I'll stick to the plan for now, just to, because I don't want the time to get going. So yeah, so I'm gonna glue this down. Okay, and then it just goes right on. Just making sure that it's right on. So, and then that's just going to go on there, and I'm going to keep it, I don't want to make it too high. Okay, so we've got that. Like the tone on tone, yep, as opposed to this, which is a lighter version. Okay, and then, so I haven't done the inside yet, but we really should do the inside, because then it would just kind of, it's such a sweet experience to finish on the inside as well. So what should we do on the inside? Where is my stack gone? Don't know. What have I done? Should we do more birds? Oh, we do have cute little die cuts. Maybe I'll just do that one little die cut in purple. I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to do that. Let's die cut that little bird. Cute little bird. Where's my pokey tool gone? What have I done with it? I do have a place for everything. So much so that I don't know where it is. Whee! That is so weird. Where did you go? Go! Okay. I don't know where you've gone. See if that will work. Where did that tool go? So bizarre. Okay, that will work. So, don't lose this. Better put this one back. The sharp tool. Where have you gone? Anyway. Where's the birdie? So we've got that little birdie. That could be on here. Okay, I'll play around with it. But right now, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And then I did have where did the gems go? It was there. It was in the kit. Because I specifically made sure that I put it in there. Anyway, I'll get more out. So we have lots of fancy gems, but sometimes we forget our very basic rhinestone jewels, which I love. So we're gonna use it. Right, okay. Missing my take your pick tool, so I am going to use the small ones. Okay, so we're going to put that one there. So it looks like, okay, that's good. So I'm going to put that there. I'm doing exactly what I've done before because I don't want to muck this out. Okay. Oh yeah, because I went bird, bird, and little bird, 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 bird. So we've got the three birdies. Closer. Right, so just kind of frame that. Alright, so these are our cards for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Hey Sheila. So we've got, yeah, I brought in gorgeous purple today because we haven't done that for ages. I think from memory you are a purple fan. So we've got that, which is a bit, so that's a lot more bolder and, you know, quite striking. And then the other one is more pastel, more plain. That's just using the blending brush. So yeah, card number 1. So that's second card today. And then first card, I'll bring it back in. So you get to see the difference. That was the original, and then today just kind of did a deviation. Yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you. Yes, lots of blessings to you too, Ruby. I hope you have a great week and weekend. And yeah, so I hope to see you guys back here again next week, same time, 1:30 on Wednesday, and with new projects. All right, thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.